Right, let's get on with it then. The Tomb Kings have risen. They've risen and risen and risen. Even though, to be honest, I'm in that kind of mood where Egyptians can go and fuck themselves. I'm looking at you, Rome Total War. But hey, right now, it's time for us to have a look at the latest bit of content that's dropped for the second iteration of a Warhammer game in the Total War universe. Oh, it's these lovely dastardly zombies, now with an Egyptian twist, but they're all skeletal and cool, and there's a giant statue that has laser eyes, and that is so going in my first army. So, what we're going to do today? Well, we're going to have a little look at the Tomb Kings, just have a little first impression, see what they're like in battle, and that's really going to be about it. There's not really going to be any campaign gameplay here, so if you want that, I'm sure there's another channel doing a Total War Tomb Kings campaign, but yeah, for now, we're going to do some custom battles with the Tomb Kings. So, let's have a look. And yes, the last time I was on here, I was playing as Musalon, because hey, all the other factions got added on, and also the Cotalai Bars is now here. Oh yeah, because that's a Tomb King one, isn't it? Yes. So yeah, there are 4 Tomb King factions now. There's a Cotalai Bars, the Exiles of Nagash, the Tomb Kings, and then the other one, which is somewhere around here, the Followers of Nagash. So I think this time I'm just going to play with generic old Tomb Kings because I'm boring. And the faction we're going to take on today, we are going to fight, well, the High Elves are already lined themselves up for a good old beatdown, haven't they? So we're going to take those guys on. And we're going to go somewhere nice, a bit in deserty. So let's have a little look. Glade of a Lost, Glooming Wood. I think we want to be somewhere deserty, really. Hellfen, High Pass. I can't do it. Iron Sand Desert, that sounds fun. So we're going to go to the Iron Sand Desert. And we're gonna do 3 battles today. We're gonna do an offensive battle as a Tomb Kings, a defensive battle as a Tomb Kings, and then we're gonna siege against the Tomb Kings, because we're also gonna have a little look at the new Skaven legendary lord, Tech Craven Tail. But for now, let's prepare ourselves a nice little Tomb King army. Now, I don't really have much knowledge on them. I've been watching the stuff on the official Total War channel, but to be honest, I haven't really had a lot of time due to work commitments and other stuff to get through stuff. But we've got, we've got the new peeps. We've got Setra, the Imprinciple, Ark and the Black, Grand Hierophant Katep, High Queen Khalida, and then Tomb King. So I think this time we're going to lead Grand Hierophant Katep, because it sounds like an elephant. He is the spellcaster, so he has access to spells, and he's the Leash Lord, and I believe there is a new set of spells, a new law of magic, the law of Lish, or leeching. Either way, he's going to join in, and he can join us on a skeletal steed, a chariot, or a casket of souls, which is like a really cool thing. It adds loads of really cool stuff to him. Actually, everyone just adds stuff. So spellcaster, well, skeletal steeds give him more speed. The chariot makes him armored, also gives him an anti-infantry bonus, and the casket of souls gives him armor-piercing missiles as well, and the light of death ability. In the interest that he's costing a fair bit of money already, I am going to just put him on a horse, so you can ride his skeletal steel. It just gives a bit of extra maneuverability. You also have access to heroes such as the Necrotect, the Tomb Prince, the Leash Priest. So we've got Death, Light, and Nehachara. That's actually it, Nechaharan Law. So I think Hierophant Katep already has access to Nehacharan magic, so I'm not going to bother with a second magic caster. I usually keep it to 1 magic caster per battle or whatever. But I'm going to have a Tomb Prince in the army just to provide some additional stuff. He's anti-large, armor piercing, so he'll be good for keeping anything big the High Elves may bring. They will have a randomly generated army. He'll march on foot into battle. So in terms of infantry, we've got access to skeletal warriors, skeletal spears, Nehachara warriors, the King's Nagash Scorpion Legion. These are the new Regiments of Renown / Legions of Legend, which are basically like super strong squads. We've also got access to the Tomb Guard and the Tomb Guard with halberds. We've got archers, just skeletal archers, so we don't really have a lot special there, but we also do have access to the Blessed Legion of Pakat, which are just super skeletal archers. Just in the interest, I want to try and have a balanced army and not ruin my economy in one go. So I'm going to have 2 units of skeletal archers for missile support, for I do know the High Elves will probably just nuke me in missile combat anyway. So to cavalry, we've got access to skeletal horses, Nehacharan horsemen, and skeleton chariot. The stats don't really look too great overall, but Nehacharan horsemen are shielded. and anti-infantry, so we do have a slight bonus against infantry. Skeletal chariot doesn't seem to do too much, but it does have a general bonus against infantry. Chariots can be useful, so I will place 2 units of skeletal chariots for flank work. We do also have access to missile stuff, so actually we could go for an archer chariot. It's a bit more expensive though, but I don't mean to do that. Yeah, you know what, we'll have 2 units. Actually no, this time, because I'm going to do 2 battles. But then again, the maneuverability with skeletal chariot will be so cool, right? We have 2 skeleton chariots with archers. They should provide both maneuverability and missile support. In terms of monsters, we have access to carrions. They sound like cool flying things. That's good for food. We also have access to constructs and rare constructs. So in terms of constructs, we have access to the Ubashti, which are like giant Anubites, Great Boa Bushti, Spelks, Sepulchral Stalkers, also the Chosen of the Gods, which is an Ubashti, Necro Knights, which ride giant scorpions, and Necropolis Knights, which are armed with halberds. In terms of rare constructs, we have access to a Tomb Scorpion, the War Sphinx, the Hero Titan, which is the big dude who is going in there, and the Necrosphinx. So we are gonna put a Hero Titan in there because we've got to have one. He causes terror, he's armor piercing, does magical and fire damage, so you can basically take out everything. He also has access to a Spirit Leech, which is direct damage, and Shem's Burning Gaze, which I'm guessing is the really cool laser eyes I want to do. Also, in terms of artillery, we also have access to a Screaming Skull Catapult and a Casket of Souls. I think I'll save those for the defensive battle. For now, I need a good infantry line, so High Elves aren't really too keen on cavalry, so I'm not going to... Well, they might bring cavalry anyway. So I'm going to bring a few Skeleton Spearmen, but then again, 2 guys with halberds would actually be good general anti-line, so we're going to have 2 halberds on the watch. We're going to have 4 units of Tomb Guard watch, well, 3 units of Tomb Guard watching our main line. That leaves us with 245 plus space, so I'm going to spend the rest on just upping my men. Now, like I said, I'm not really a pro. I actually haven't played Warhammer 2 since about December time, which actually doesn't sound like a long time ago, but since I've been playing more Rome Total War than anything, I'm still a little bit out of the loop of this game, but hopefully I haven't lost any skills or anything, or if I had any to start with. Either way, this is a nice little balance down. We've got some infantry, some anti-large, some archers, some maneuverability, and something big to chuck at the enemy. And also the High Elves, they will have a randomly generated army. It seems they've gone over budget with their army. Well done, High Elves. So, oops, I accidentally binned their entire army, right? I'm not looking. There we go. So, right, they've got a randomly generated army made up of a lot of spearmen. Okay. I forgot what difficulty I put on this on. Lothan Sea Guard, Illyrian Raiders, Dragon Princes, a Great Eagle, a Flamesfire, an Eagle Claw, and I've got a Phoenix. So, looks like we are going to need some anti-large to try and deal with those big old birds, but the spearmen should go down okay. They will fight, so really... But with those dragon princes, they might be the pain. They also do have a mage in their army. That could be an annoyance, but I don't know. I think Grand Hierophant Katep might have a good chance at this one. Want to see how he gets along, and yeah, you know what, this is my first go with Tomb Kings. Not going to expect a victory, but you know what, a victory would be really, really nice. It would be really nice if the loading screens in this game weren't so buggering long. See you in a minute, my friends. So here we go then, we're in the deserts, there's big horrible rocks everywhere, there's also some dying trees. Perfect place for the Tomb Kings to be, really. So, let's have a little look at our army, and I can already see the big guy all ready to do his thing. The Hero Titan, just, you know, don't be shy. Oh, he's a big fella. This thing is gonna deal so much damage. He is gonna be cool. Right, anyway, we'll do with him anyway. Looks like we also have the binding trait with these guys. I didn't really read too much into Tomb Kings because I don't do research and I'm stupid. But if we are dealing with binding, then we are going to be playing with similar mechanics to the Vampire Counts, in that we have a system in which where units don't necessarily rout, but they begin to take heavy attrition if their morale is too low. So that could be something for us to watch out for. We've also got something here. We've got the Realms of Souls. So basically, as Tomb King warriors down the battlefield, their spirits enter for Realm of Souls. As a Realm of Souls fill past thresholds, the units that remain will regenerate for short periods. So if we get tier 1, we can basically knock off some quick regeneration. Do it for tier 2, get some more regeneration. Do section 3, we can get lots of regeneration. Or we could say sod it and just basically summon an entire new Ubashi because, yeah, we need one of those. We'll see what happens. We'll see how many deaths we get. But basically, the more attrition we take, the better, the more chance we can just to try and pop ourselves a nice little bonus to try and keep ourselves on our feet. Which I guess separates us from the vampire counts in a way. I was kind of worried that we were basically going to be the vampire counts. But obviously, these worries have been put to rest. Anyway, skeleton archers, you're going to make this line here. You are going to be trying to basically pierce against the enemy. So I'm going to put you on the front line because we are on a fence. So we are going to have to go best foot forward. So these guys will advance forward first, start knocking off their arrows, and then the tomb guard will go in front. So we're going to put the tomb guard here in just a single line for now. And then we'll just put a unit of halberds on each flank. So we'll have some tomb halberds here. And we'll have some tomb halberds here. Now, I guess the worrying thing about the hero type man, where he's going to be such a big target, that eagle claw bolt thrower is probably going to try and take him out pretty easily because obviously it won't miss. Anyway, I want to have a quick look at these tomb guard. I just want to have a little cool look. Let's see. Oh yeah, these guys do look pretty fearsome. I know they may just be mere skeletons who kind of explode and die pretty easily, but then again, they are armed with fantastic shields, brilliant hats. Some of them even wear really nice masks. Yeah, they should. Their shields should really provide them with the ability to try and absorb some damage and prevent their own premature deaths. Skeletal archers, yeah, I don't see these guys lasting too long in an open fight, but you never know, they might do alright, just hitting some things. But we are basically a race of skeletons. We're not like the vampire counts where we have zombies and shit, but who needs zombies when you just have good old bones? So Hero Titan, he'll be bringing up the rear, by the way. He's just here, just getting ready to basically rain death everywhere. We have immediate access to the Spirit Leech, and I guess we just have to charge up Shem's Burning Gaze. That is fine by me. So chariots, we're going to have one chariot take each flank. We're going to try and hare around, see if we can just try and deal some bonus damage just by skirmishing with the enemy. And as for my legendary lords, so the Tomb Prince, you will march near, you'll just be near the infantry, you will provide support, just, you know, just be useful. And then as for the Grand Hierophant, who's the Lord of Nehekara, you will go here, my friend, and you will target anything that comes near you. But basically, well, not really. I'm going to try and keep this guy out of combat. He's going to be just hovering in the background, providing general support through casting spells. Anyway, let's see if these high elves are ready to get absolutely wrecked, or if I'm about to get absolutely wrecked. Let's do our first battle as the Tomb Kings. Right, here we go then. So we've got a lot of monsters to deal with. The Prince is actually riding a moon dragon as well, so that doesn't make life easier for me, but we are going to try and start advancing forward. So we're going to try and target the archers with these guys, and we're going to start bringing our main line of infantry forward. So we're going to advance up here. The enemy has actually just generally spread out their large stuff, so we're going to just keep our guys nice and adaptable just in case. Now the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower is already starting to hit us hard. It knows what it wants to do, so we're going to start bringing the hero type forward as well as our general heroes. So just start bringing the big stuff forward, and we're going to move the chariots in relatively quickly, and we're going to just see if we can get them up and running and just trying to provide general support. Anyway, archers, you know what, try and target the... Actually no, it's not worth targeting the Eagle Claw because you're not going to get the results that we need, so for now we'll just do what we need to do. Either way, chariots are now moving up. Archers are getting closer. I am worried about the Moon Dragon's going to tag on. You know what? Try and see what hits you can get against the Elven Prince. Take him out, and we'll break the morale of these soppy high elves anyway. Right, so you guys are flagging behind a little bit. Right, you. By the way, the dragon is trying to hit us. Right, let's do Ushian. Let's just do something that's directly going to directly damage the enemy. Start hitting that Eagle Claw with it. You lot are being chased off by the eagle. Right, try and get him towards my Nehekar and Tomb Guard. They might be able to provide some help. Some of the archers are already beginning to break. Right, start manoeuvring the Tomb Guard forward. The more time we just stand hanging around, the less we're going to get done. Tomb Prince, you need to also begin moving forward. As for you, let's see what else we could do. I always love a good old Vortex. Vortex them up, lad. Right, and yeah, a big old vortex is actually threatening to kill us, by the way. That's always useful. Right, Eagle got bored, by the way. Right, let's get there. And the dragon's already beginning to hurt. He's covered in blood because, yeah, blood for the blood god is out, or skulls for the skull throne, or just you know, just bring out the blood. As for you, start burning. Get those laser eyes out. Right, he didn't quite do it, but he just did that. Right. Well, how about we start spirit leeching someone? Leech those spears, because right now I've got absolute chaos going on over here. Right. We need to get some help going on. I can't just have my lord get murdered by Eagle. You, get out of there. Actually, you know what? You, kick the shit out of that Eagle. It's only a little Eagle. Right, Lish Lord, I want you to start boosting up my men. As for you, get in there and start working on them. Tomb Guard, you should be more than capable of taking out the spears. My Tomb Prince, he's currently 1v1ing against someone. Right, well, we'll do the Tomb Strike, gives him extra damage. So you start Tomb Striking him. It's going to cause some extra terror. It's going to do some really nice stuff for us. But that dragon right now is just absolutely killing us. And its morale ain't going down either. Right. Still, my hero tech is just having a lot of fun right now. You know what? I'm gonna pop Realm of Souls and just get that going. So I don't know how I pop it, but I'm just gonna pop it anyway. Or does my lord have to do it? Actually, it's just active anyway. So right, I think we're just regenerating anyway. Cool. Right. So I think you just get regeneration as it does. I guess I don't get to pop it when I want to, so it's just automatic. Right. Start a sandstorm. Get the Lothan Sea Guard distracted. Right. You, I want you behind the enemy, and I want you to start hitting them hard. Other chariots, looks like, I don't know where the other chariots are unaccounted for right now, which is a load of sodding good for me. Dragon Princes did engage against my Tomb Guard with halberds, but that's fine. They can do what they want there. Right, you, try and target the Reavers. That dragon's poisoning us. He's always out to get us. Right. Magic missiles, just get some missiles out. That hero tech is losing its binding. It looks like it's not going to last much longer. It is diminished as well, but come on. You're big, you've got your judgment staff. Just hitting everything it can, and the dragon's going for it. Right, well look, you're bigger than the dragon. You should just be able to pick it up like a little toy and do your stuff with it. As for you, get another vortex going. Vortexes are great for just killing the enemy. You, don't get too close now. Other archers, let's get you back in this battle. You seem to be quite far away. I'm guessing my men do rout then. We have just popped off our second level of regeneration, by the way. And the sandstorm isn't exactly doing as much as it could be doing, but I guess it's trying. Okay, augment the winds of Madik and try and hit that eagle before it runs off, because that's what it's up to. Over here, my chariots did get engaged by the Reavers, but the Reavers are going to lose. Right, chariots, just in the interest of because I want to try and keep you alive. Try and quickly speed into those Illyrian Sea Guard. They are shielded, so they're not really going to take shit off your missiles, but if we just hit them quite hard and get a nice charge bonus off on them, we might do well. That Phoenix is getting in my way now. He just wants to do everything. I think we just stamped on its wings, so get wrecked, Sunshine. Right, you two, you've got a hard time incoming in the form of that cavalry, unfortunately. You lot, you need to be back in this battle right now. You are too far away. And that eagle is the eagle just going to die? Because my guy's going to die soon. He's only just a flimsy old skeleton. Right. Cast another sandstorm. Just do whatever you can to break up the enemy. Because the eagle's just going to walk into it anyway. Well done, eagle. You just got yourself killed. Thank you very much. Things might be going better. Right, Tomb Prince. I don't know what you're doing right now. Right now he's actually just hitting over here. They're doing everything we can. Let's get... Oh, by the way, I want my new dude. Right, get these guys in here. We need them. They'll be useful to us because I think he's just trying to pick up one of my guys. Right, you lot, I think this green stuff means we're regenerated by the way, but we have just got ourselves some Ushabti. Right, Ushabti, let's get you in here and start hitting something. Mainly, get in there, hit that Flameside Phoenix before it runs off again. Dragon Princes, I don't know where they are right now, but the Prince on a Dragon has flown away. Oh, he is still breathing fire very right. Go and try and hit the Illyrian Reavers or something, but right now he is covered in blood. He isn't having the best of times. I think he's getting a little bit overwhelmed, if I'm honest. Hero Fan, you're going to die at this rate. Try not to get yourself engaged in something that's going to get you killed. Just get out of there. Just get out of there really quick. Like, really quick. Come on, run, 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 run. There we go. Look, if you want to cast a spell, directly damage these guys, or get intercepted by... Yeah, right. We've lost our Lord. He is not going to go anywhere now. Right. It's alright. It's not the end of the world. Hero Tech is moving in to help us. You try and get in there. Death has embraced the Tomb King once more, but Tomb Prince, you're getting hit now, but try and activate your Tomb Strike. We can't do the Curse of Diath, unfortunately, because I don't know why we can't do it. Either way, got these guys in there, big old Anubis dudes with a big old, you know, big old sickles. Oh, he fell over. Come on. We might just be able to pull through. High elves are breaking. My guys are breaking though. That dragon just won't die, but he's getting close. He's on the brink. Right, you chariots. Provide missile support. Get in there and start hitting the enemy. I'm not very good at micromanaging my cavalry, am I? Alright, some of my warriors are still rallying. Right, you. Let's just make a formation. Sally forth. Don't bother chasing. Let's just focus on what's left. We need to break up whatever's left of the enemy now. Mainly, that dragon needs to go down. Looks like we're going to somehow pull through with this one. That's good. That's good. The High Elves have realised that maybe it's not good to tangle with people who can summon giant 20-foot statues. And yeah, you lasered him good, my friend. Right, finish him off. Come on. It's just a bloody dragon. Come on. There he goes. He's going home. We may be hurting, but the High Elves now know not to trespass on our lands. He's gone. You gonna snipe him with your lasers? No? Okay. That's a shame. Oh well, we win. High Elves are on the run. My men have rallied. My losses are significant. I definitely don't have a lot of men left, but oh well. I gave it my try. I gave it my go. My first ever battle as a Tomb Kings. Not perfect, but at the same time, it ended in a victory. Let's end this battle and see what it was like. It was definitely a Pyrrhic victory, though. Do I even deserve to call it a victory? Honestly, probably not. I don't think I would perform very well there. I think I got a bit overwhelmed. But we did win. My losses were really heavy, actually. Yeah, I didn't micromanage well at all. I mean, a lot of units just got absolutely wiped out. But Tomb Guard did pull in quite a few kills. We did manage to do alright there. Hero Titan definitely was one of the stars for sure. Hero Fan took 92 kills as well. But compared to the Prince, he did more. They had a Mage as well who did alright. Dragon Prince says, yeah, I just didn't keep enough tabs on the enemy. But I guess for now, the High Elves are on the run, so we win there for now. But now, let's go on the defensive. So, we're going to switch over. We'll try one of the other ones. We'll try the Exiles of Nagash now, because, I don't know, I just saw them. And who shall we fight? What faction shall we fight? Let us fight to the Lizard Men, the last defenders, since I guess they start somewhat close to the Tomb Kings on the campaign map. So this time we're on a defensive, we're going to be fighting the Lizard Men, so they bring pretty tough units, you know, they've got naturally high skin, or, you know, naturally thick skin, so they'll be tough dudes, So, I live a Crimson Skull, Crag, Drone Crag, we don't want to go to a Carrot. Let us go. What sounds desert? Well, Lost Water King Lun, but that's, and again, that's King Lun Ironbeard, isn't it? No, we need to go to somewhere that is Mosquito-y, Mouthy, Nordy, Chaosy, Oakenhammery. I don't know my names. Red Desert, there we go. A desert that's red, and it looks like there's actually some Dark Elves shit there, so you know what, let's fight the Dark Elves instead. Yeah, we could do the Dark Elves. Right, Dark Elves, we'll fight the other kind of elves now. So, we are playing as the Exile of Nagash, and that's actually a hero. That's a hero faction. Right, well, no, we'll what play as them. Let's go for the Followers of Nagash, and we'll have Arkan the Black leading us this time. So, he's a spellcaster and he's armoured. He has, it looks like he has the Law of Death. Or the Law of, I don't know, Law of being a dick. Actually, I think it is Law of Death or Darkness. He's got like stuff like the Purples and the Xerxes. Yeah, it's the Law of Death. I could just right click. So, this is what Soulblight does, by the way. It does stuff. No, but actually the new thing we do have is the Law of Nehechara. So you have access to the Cursed Blades, Protection, Righteous Smiting, Vengeance, Skull Storming, and then Desiccation. So basically something very, very big and very, very nasty. Also, the other two spells that are added, Skaven spells of Ruin and Plague. We'll be looking at those later, possibly. Either way, for now, I have Arkan the Black leading us. He will lead from his skeleton chariot because he gets a chariot because he's special. As for our heroes, we could bring some leash priests. We've got light, death, and Nehekaren. We're going to go for a light one because I actually quite like using light wizards sometimes because they have some really neat spells, mainly chain lightning. I love using chain lightning. And also, this is a faction that has a little bit of affinity with the vampire count, so we actually do get some of their stuff. So we have access to stuff like crypt ghouls, hex wraiths. I love a good hex wraith. We need some hex wraiths. I mean, whenever I play a vampire council multiplayer, there's always at least one unit of hex wraiths in my army somewhere. Well, if it's not hex wraiths, it's chaos wraiths. We also got access to fell bats and dire wolves. I'm not sure if we have access to any other vampire things. Doesn't look like it. And we'll bring a tomb scorpion this time as well because yeah, scorpions. So we've got access to some good stuff. We've got a priest. We've got some hex wraiths. We've got a tomb scorpion. So the hex wraiths should be good actually for basically you doing a nice little ambush at some point in a battle. So in terms of defense, we're going to have skeleton spears leading the front line, Nehekara warriors. Since the Dark Elves are somewhat of an infantry-relying enemy, though they do have access to some pretty big beasts, but these Nehekaran warriors should be good for just holding the line as well. And then, just as our big whammy, we'll have some tomb guards. So we'll have 2 tomb guards, 1 halberd tomb guard, and we need missiles. So we're gonna have 2 units of skeleton archers. We are over budget now, unfortunately. So I think what I'll do is I'll cut down to 2 skeleton warriors. And that should work out for us. So we've got... Actually, no, we could just get you off your horse. No horse for the priest. He doesn't need one. I just want to keep Arkan on his chariot just because then he gets additional maneuverability. So we can put... I don't want that guy back in there, no. What have I got now? I've got 2 spears. I want another spear, don't I? Yeah. So we've got 3 spears, 3 Nehekaran warriors, 2 tomb guards, 1 halberded tomb guard, 2 archers, some hex wraiths, and a tomb scorpion. And just to make this challenging, I mean, it's not exactly like I did very well on last time, but I do usually play on hard difficulty anyway when I'm usually bumming about on this game, because on Warhammer 1 I did get to a point where I could just basically win on normal, so just went on to hard where I don't always win, so here I go. I'm not guaranteeing a victory, but once more this is just looking at the Tomb Kings. So far, by the way, I'm liking them. Obviously they're not the most durable army in the world, but then again, I wasn't really expecting it to be durable. So we've got a randomly generated enemy army now, and let's have a go at it. So we're fighting off a Dreadlord with a sword and crossbow, Death Hags. They've got Bleak Swords, Dread Spears, Corsairs, Witch Elves, Dark Shards, Shielded Dark Shards. I think those were Corsair ones, or the Shades. 2 units of Black Knights, a unit of Black Knights with Shards, and also 2 units of Harpies. So it's a mixed it's basically a mid to high strength army this time. So it's not going to be the easiest one to deal with. Corsairs are pretty tough to deal with. Witch Elves are going to be ruinous against us. So this is why I need to Vanguard deploy those Hex Wraiths, and I can try and get them doing some stuff, but I don't know. Still, we're in a desert. The Dark Elves have been hovering around here, and I don't like them building their towers all over deserts that I like to call my homes, so I'm going to kick them out. Looks like the Dark Elf army is hidden so far. All that I know of is there's a great big dragon that they're bringing, because obviously the Dreadlord gets a Dark Dragon, which is going to be under his noxious breath and going to cripple my formations as he sees it. Oh, actually it looks like we've just gone and taken over someone else's base. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I don't think we can deploy inside. Actually we can deploy inside the base. We could use this as our little encampment here. Pretty strategic actually. Set up shop in someone else's camp, but for now we're going to focus on just taking down this area. So front line, I want the spears on my front. They're going to be the front line defense against the enemy, so we're going to put them here, and I'm going to put them into a group. Now Tomb Halberds I'm going to have watching this flank, because I suspect the enemy may try to get their knights around my flank, so I'm going to have Halberds here, and the Hex Wraiths on the Scorpion can watch the other flank. So as for you, big old Scorpion, oh, he is a darling, isn't he? Oh, he's a big fella, but he is going to kill so many enemies. But I like to save the best till last, so I'm going to put you here for now. I'm going to bring you in when I see fit. As for Skeletal Archers, they are going to be in the core of my formation, providing general missile support. So they're just going to hit whatever they can as the enemy approaches. Their range isn't too bad as we've seen. It's about average for an. What's more, don't record stuff after you've done a 9-hour shift at work. Right, Hex Wraiths. I want these guys hidden. I want them Vanguard deployed. So I'm going to put them here. And right now they are hidden. So hopefully some unsuspecting enemies will walk into them. But for now, they're where no one can see them. So that is what I like. As for the Nehekaran Warriors, these are new to us. We haven't had a look at these guys. And with pretty beastly swords, actually. And pretty nice armor as well. These guys do lack shields, so the Dark Shards and the Shades are going to be a bit of a niggle for my guys to deal with. But you know what, since I've got the Shielded Skeleton Spearmen up front, they should be able to tank the damage for them. So the Nehekaran Warriors will be able to be effective. Gonna have the Leash Lord just hanging around over here. He's gonna be able to cast his light spells when I see fit. He's also got access to a Curse of Khazar, which is a hex which reduces the armor of nearby units. Now, I need to group you skeleton archers up, by the way. Get yourselves grouped up and be ready to do your things. And then Tomb Guard, I'm going to have you here. You're going to be my backup. Should the Nehekaran Warriors fail, you are going to jump in and you are going to try as hard as you can to basically keep the enemy away. By the way, I do like our new colour scheme. Sort of like a very muted colour scheme. I like that. It makes us look older, because I guess we are really, really ancient, aren't we? And then, last but not least, is Arkan the Black. Go here. That is a really cool chariot, by the way. Who needs wheels when you can just fucking fly? Okay, so let's start this battle and get going. Let's see how the enemy tries to take me out this time. By the way, our special skill is the Liber Mortis. It only asks when targets are an area, but it does give my lovely people some additional physical resistances. We do have access to one of the books of Nagash already. So thank you, Arkan. He always has a book on him. Got a lot of harpies on approach, first things first though. They're all up to no good. They're all moving towards me quite slowly. Harpies are pretty weak units though. They can hit and they can scratch and they can whinge, but against basically even like the weakest anti-large unit seems to usually have a good time of taking them out. But practically every last Dark Elf bastard in the area is advancing from this area, and this is good. This is very good. Because right now they'll be completely unaware of my Hex Wraiths, which are now just in... They can... you take what you want, I'm sorry. Did you say that, mate? You take what you want. Dark Elves, no, I'm sorry. You may have wanted to take these lands by setting up your shithouse castle here, but I'm just here to say, no, you're not setting up your shit castle here. Right, you. I want some lovely, lovely Chain Lightning or Shem's Burning Gaze or Banishment. Oh, yeah, Banishment. Let's banish things, right. Banish the Shades. Because the Witch Elves were coming over, but now they're not. But, alright. There we go. They're banished. They're dead. Good. And by the way, it was Heavens for Chain Lightning, so you need a Celestial Wizard for that. Alright, Harpies are coming in. Try and get yourself out of there, because they've got their eyes on you. Right, Tomb Guard, just get in there and help out. Just get rid of those Harpies. I don't want to have a dead wizard already. Right, as for you, Spirit Leech something. I want something leeched, or you know what, Soul Blight them. Make sure the Witch Elves can't do any damage, just weaken them. Like I said, Harpies, absolute weak crap. They're not going to last very long, so that's fine by me. Right, Archers, what are we targeting? Start hitting those Dark Riders. Tomb Guard, just get rid of those Harpies. They're just going to keep trying it on, but for now, I just want them gone. I'm also going to have one of you try and advance up. We've got more Harpies inbound. They're just watching us. But right now, the Skeleton Spearmen, they're crumbling. It's fine, it's fine. They are only just a front line. Their Nehekaran Warriors can pick up the slack anyway. Right. I want some of you guys to move back and be prepared. As for you, let's try and hit something. Just keep hitting those Shades. Just try and kill them off. And by the way, we have just lost enough men to pop off our first regeneration spell, so that is what we're doing. Enemy is just trying to hit us with as many Dark Shards as possible. Harpies are causing a lot of chaos now, and some of the cavalry is coming over to say hello as well. But there's still sufficient cavalry over here to be a threat. I'm going to start moving up the Tomb Kings. Right, Skeleton. You're probably going to be wanting to be helping me over here. We have just lost enough men to now pop the second level. Blackout Corsairs are going to engage in their Hekarans. Their Hekarans are going to join the mix now and start hitting the enemy. Hex Race. Let's pull our trump card. Hit those bleak swords right in their back. They won't see you coming and they won't be able to resist you either. Right, Scorpion. Start hitting those black swords. Right now, those, I think they've actually just popped off their murderous prowess. But we can already summon our extra dudes because, yeah, that means we're tanking a lot of losses right now. That isn't good. And the dragon's spotting my Leash Lord and he's thinking, ooh, well, that's dinner for me, isn't it? Right. Caspanet of Atin-Yok. Slow them down. As for you, give my men extra physical resistance. We need to help them. Right. Archers, put pressure on that Dreadlord. Hex Race, you've done a fantastic job getting in the back of those enemies. Halberded Tomb Guard, I need you over here and I need you to rescue your lord. Arkan can't just go around dying now. And unfortunately, it's looking like our Hex Race are beginning to crumble. The bleak swords somehow stood up against us. That's not good. Right. Pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out. Find something else to do. Right. Oh god, this is not going well. Still, it's amazing. The difference between medium and hard. Medium, you're okay. Hard, you get wrecked. Right. Tomb Scorpion, what are you up to right now? Well, you're getting some kills, but right now there's plenty of Blackheart Corsairs who need killing. So go and enjoy them and do something useful. Right, you, Arkan, you're just getting hit left, right and centre. Right. Let's try and keep our men buffed. Just do whatever you can to try and keep them in the battle. I should give my guys like extra terror, but unfortunately I think these guys usually just have a general immunity to psychological warfare, and my army's doing that thing where it is basically crumbling to death now. My Obashti didn't even get a look in really, they just did not get here at all. The Dark Elves have taken their castle back. They are victorious, but then again we do at least get to watch this fella. Just put him in slow motion. He's having his fun getting his kills, but he is gonna crumble. He's going down. Alright. That didn't go well. We just got absolutely stomped by the Dark Elves there, which shows the crappier side of the Tomb Kings, or at least the crappier side of my tactics. It was a close defeat, however. A lot of Tomb Kings died and a lot of Dark Elves didn't die. Yeah, I think I just got walloped there, unfortunately. Well, it wasn't my best moment on this game, but then again, my first impressions didn't really go much better. We only took out a minimal part of the enemy army there, and if I'm honest, yeah, they did bring the high tier stuff. I wasn't proactive enough. Just not a good performance there from myself. Does that suggest weakness in the enemy armies? I don't know. Well, it's my armies. Well, yeah, maybe. Anyway, let's finish this one off with a little siege. I think it is time to hit someone, so we're going to try and hit a Tomb King city. We're going to go for the Black Tower of Arkan. So we are going to fight the followers of Nagash again, or do we have to? I don't know. I don't know. Any other Tomb King cities in the area? Let's see. Kasaba, yeah, we're placed with a floating pyramid. So I'm going to bin my army, because we are going to be looking at another faction now. But we are going to fight against... what's the one we haven't played with yet? The Exiles in their heck. So they can have a randomly generated defensive army, so there they go. And as for me, we are going to play as the new clan. We are going to be playing as Clan... Where is it? We've got Clan Pestilus, Clan Moors. I want Clan Pit, which is somewhere. Anyone else see Clan Pit? I don't know. I don't think I've got them installed somehow. Where's my new guy? Oh well, he's gone. Okay. We'll be right back when I've bothered to install the free LC, which should have immediately installed anyway. See you in a minute, folks. Okay, so now it actually has bothered to install. We're going to be leading Clan Rictus into the lands of the Tomb Kings. So, also again decided that we don't want to be fighting in a Tomb King area anymore. We're not sieging dwarves, we're sieging Tomb Kings. So we're going to actually now take the city of Lybaris, because I see that, and well, yeah, we're going to attack Lybaris. So, we're going to bring our new legendary lord, Tretch Craventail, a man who, well, not a man, a rat, who benefits from the underhandedness tactics. Oh, yes, yes. He loves to cheat, he loves to be a scumbag, he's basically everyone who plays fucking Egypt on Rome Total War. And that's implying they're a scumbag faction, but then again, whenever I play them, they usually just spam straight out war chariots all the goddamn time. Right, anyway, let's have a look and see what we can bring. Well, we already know the Skaven roster. It was actually the only faction I won with in my first impressions video. And yet, whenever I play multiplayer on this game, I usually reliably crush Skaven into little pieces because I usually main Dark Elves when I do go on a multiplayer every now and then. Right, anyway, so we're fighting off the Tomb Kings, and to be honest, the Skaven army doesn't have a lot to be proud of. Then again, Skavens will always be proud of themselves anyway. But we do need to bring some really cool things, so things like Plague Monks, Storm Vermin. Definitely need to get a nice core of Storm Vermin in here. So we're going to have 3 Storm Vermin and 3 Halberded Storm Vermin. Actually, just 2 Storm Vermin with Halberds. We also are bringing some artillery. So we've got a Skaven battering ram and 2 Siege Towers. That's what the game's recommended. So we'll just go off that recommendation. Also going to bring a Doom Wheel because every Skaven army needs the Doom Wheel. What else can we bring? Warp Lightning Cannons, Hell Pit Abomination. I think that's too terrible to die. Get one of these in. We're going to get a unit of Rat Ogres also working for us. Do need some weak units first, so we could bring some Clan Rats. So yeah, we are going to bring some. We're going to bring the better Clan Rats first with shields and spears. So we'll get 3 units of Clan Rats in there. In terms of missiles, we do need something. Some Gutter Runners. What we can afford. We can afford some Poison Wind Globadiers actually. So those will do. Or we can actually bring a Warp Fire Thrower. Yeah, we'll burn them with Warp Fire. Everyone loves Warp Fire. Sticky, horrible, and burny. Ooh, ouchie, ouchie. Right, anyway. So Tetch is going to bring a relatively, I don't know, good, bad, shit, Skaven army, just with what I can afford. Tower level, I'm going to give them level 2 towers. I'll give them something dead center, basically. I don't want, I mean, Skaven aren't exactly the best army. Well, I don't want to just put tower level 4 and then just let myself get nuked. So, I bring Tetch, 3 Clanrat Spears, 2 Halberded Storm Vermin, 3 regular Storm Vermin, some Warp Fire, a Rat Ogre, the Hell Pit Abomination, and a Doom Wheel. Let's see if we can take out the randomly generated army of the Exiles of Nehek, who will be fighting to defend their city from yet another bloody Skaven infestation. Let's get to it. So, Hierophant Katep now stands against me. He's got plenty of skeleton warriors. The Storm Vermin should be able to chew through those. 2 units of skeleton spearmen. He's also got some Tomb Guard. Actually, the Storm Vermin should kill those. He's brought plenty of archers, and he's also brought a Legion of Legend archers as well. So we've got to be wary of those guys. In terms of cavalry, he's pretty weak, but then again, he doesn't necessarily need it as he's a defender. He does have a carrion nerve. That's probably going to fly around and cause trouble for us. We'll have to maneuver the Storm Vermin with halberds accordingly in order to prevent this. I've never fought a siege battle on Warhammer 2, by the way, so I'm hoping it's fun. Either there isn't too much city for us to control. We just need to really make a good foothold and make it a victory point in order to call this our victory. But we can take capture points as well and other tactical features. No. Loading screen. Lovely fluff. Right, I'll see you after this loading screen, my friends. So here we go then. We stand outside the Tomb King city, which is consistently vomiting sand. And ooh, it's quite a nice little city, but naturally a very dead one. Looks like the only people who've been here recently are plunderers and people seeking to make some fast cash out of the many treasures that are buried within. However, now I seek to raise this Skaven's flag over this. I mean, while Clan Richter may prefer the frozen climates of the Nagarond, sometimes Skaven do like a nice warm place to hide, especially those who don't have a lot of fur. Either way, ruins always make a good home for Skaven, and this is basically the best real estate we can get. So we're going to move ourselves in. We're going to try and take this city. We only have one way of approach. Apparently there's another way into this city. I don't know, I was just looking over here. I think there's like a tunnel or nothing really. I think it's just designating these red lines where and where we cannot move. It's actually basically got a gate here, but it's just been filled in by bloody sand. I'm not sure if you can run something in there. To be honest, it's probably going to be a no, which is a shame. Either way, there's plenty of towers for us to capture. So we've got the fort tower. We need to really get all our siege towers on the walls, and we need to get in the gates. So, leading Leading for Ram right now, we've got some clan rats with spears. That's fair enough. I'm not exactly going to sacrifice a unit of storm vermin on it, so that's fair enough. Leading the towers, though, I do want storm vermin, so you clan rats, get off there. Drop the siege equipment. I want the storm vermin. Right, storm vermin shall lead this lovely siege tower. They're all just sat in it, I'm guessing. They're not going to push there because they're storm vermin and just think they're better than everyone. Right, over you, I want you out of here, and I want you to be over there. Right, you in there. We have 3 siege towers, by the way, so we may as well just use the other one. So you lot out of here as well, and then we're going to get the storm vermin in there. I didn't mean to group you or whatever. Right, just get out of there, drop it, and I want the storm vermin with swords. Right, so there we go. So we've got all the storm vermin now ready to go in. The halberd ones I'm going to use to take control of the streets alongside with the clan rats and the warp wheel. So let's have you guys over here, and it's not called the warp wheel, by the way, it's called the doom wheel. So doom wheel is just going to sit here, and it's just going to wait for my orders, basically. As you can see, the Skaven is just so ready to get going with that. I kind of like these. I mean, look, they even got the little Skaven in there. Just it's kind of cute. They're all running their little wheel, even if it's a wheel of death. But right, anyway, warp fire. They would be really good for taking control of the walls, so we're going to get them working on that one as well. Hell Pit Abomination. This thing is fucking evil incarnate. Like, seriously, it hits everything. It's a nasty bitch. It's gonna be going into the main gate and trying to basically thump away as many men as possible. And it is too horrible to die, this thing. So when it does finally blow up, it does one of 2 things. It either gets back to life and just puts in a few extra rounds against the enemy, or it actually just generally blows up and releases a lot of clan rats everywhere. Right, clan rat shields. So you're going to be here, and you're going to be following the ram. Storm vermin, you are going to be behind. I know in sieges it's usually best foot 4, but with Skaven I'm going to play it a little differently because they're Skaven. They're pretty weak. All units are pretty weak anyway, so I don't want to just commit my storm vermin instantly and have them get nuked. I'd rather just send the shit units in first, let them get wiped out, because it's pretty much every Skaven unit is considered to be expendable. Skaven don't really feel the effect of other things for routing. Rat ogres, you need to be here, and you need to be ready to charge in at the correct time. Can't get these guys up siege towers anyway, but these guys will be good for punching through the gates, depending on how the Tomb Kings are going to play their defences out. And Tech himself, he's going to be on the wall, so he is going to follow and try and get up there. So you will be following, and you are going to play as dirty as possible. So this guy does have a few abilities of his own, by the way. He has Stand or Die, which everyone has anyway. But he also has Verminous Valor, which means he can explode, because that is what he likes to do. He can explode in order to basically escape a fight. Isn't really very useful though, but it's basically his way of getting away from it, because once more, this guy loves to cheat. He also has the other ability, stay here, I'll get help, which gives him the ability to stalk and be unspottable. Basically, it allows him to hide. And it's not running away, it's knowing where and when to be to secure the best advantage, but really it is running away. This guy doesn't really like fighting. He acts like he likes fighting, but if I'm honest, he's an absolute coward. Right, either way. We can't escape what we're doing now, lads. Let's get in there and take this town. Okay, Storm Vermin, we're going to capture this tower. You lot, get up there. I know the enemy's just going to stand around and try and get in the way, but, well, we can stop them. Just get moving. Ram, you know what you're doing. Bring the ram forward. Enjoy being dead, by the way, you clan rat scum, because you're going to get killed. Right, so anyway, let's have a little look at what the Tomb Kings are using to defend their area. So they've got all the archers in here. They've also got the Regiment of Renown just hiding here. The Blessed Legion of Packet. These guys look pretty tough, but they are archers. They are also facing the wrong way for some weird reason, so we might be okay against them. But they are going to do everything they can. They're already starting to loose off the first arrows from the tower. It's only firing arrows though, so it's not exactly going to doom us. And everything else right now is just manoeuvring around the lower areas. They're putting some spears to hold this area. Clanrat spears, they might do it okay against just regular skeleton spears. It's basically just throwing expendable units at each other, so either way, no one's a winner at the end of the day. This one's just going to be a load of random dead bodies, so it might give the Tomb Kings the advantage. in the sense that it will give them a temporary boost to their lovely ability to regenerate their health, because, yeah. I mean, it might be all well and good that you can regenerate health, but basically it means you're fucking up in battle, because if you're doing that, it basically means, by the way, all your men are dying. Alright, Tetch, you want to start getting in closer? Well, you're getting up that tower and doing what you do best. The enemy did cast a nasty little spell there, by the way, but it didn't really do too much. Storm Vermin should be able to jump in and deal with this one quickly. I really should have just let the clan rats take the towers. I was honestly thinking the enemy was just going to do a run total war and put like urban cohorts everywhere. But Storm Vermin, out they come. They may be hurting a little bit, but they're already just going to get in there, pour out like the millions and millions and billions of rats they are. Looks like we've got held of a tower. Yep, Clan Rictus now holds its own tower. Now let's kill this one. You know, kill! Just get rid of everything. Right. Clan Rat Spears. We're taking control of a lot of land right now, so I want you to start moving up a little bit more forward now. So I want you up here and trying to take this gatehouse. Warp Fire, I want you to help out in the street battles. That's going to be where you're going to do alright. Storm Vermin, just kill. They're going to get magic spells cast on them first, but Storm Vermin should do okay against the Tomb Guard. I think they've got that one sorted. Right, where are you, by the way, my lord? Tretch Craven Tail. He's about to climb up. He's going to make his approach onto the walls. He's going to join in, but to be honest, by joining, he's going to pretend to join in, then steal all the glory later, like a good Skaven. We are starting to break up the enemy archers, so the walls are going to be ours now. Good. Going well. Let's get control of the walls. Let everything just fall apart. We'll take the gates of vomit is what I'm going to call them. Gate is nearly down, it looks like. At least I'm hoping it is. It's 30% down. My guys were just having a bit of trouble with their morale. So I'm guessing, yeah, the gate's trying to fight back. The enemy's trying to fight back. Everyone's trying to fight back. And we have killed enough Tomb Kings now for it to allow them to pop off their first regeneration spell, actually. So that's not brilliant for us. But then again, it's only a temporary regeneration. If I was more proactive and didn't have a headache from work, I probably would be saying, what could I do to prevent myself getting slaughtered by this shit? Which probably would be just retreat for a few seconds, then come back. Either way, those skeleton archers haven't got a lot of help left for them. We pretty much won this area. Storm Vermin are controlling this area like there's no tomorrow. A few skeleton horses and other skeleton warriors are trying to come up and contest the walls, but for now, they haven't got a chance. Meanwhile, the gates are open. Clan Rats, let's flood in there now. Come on. We've got enough of you to just basically do a big old Skaven numbers rush. So get in there and start knocking them out. Warp Fire Thrower, if you want to start making your way towards the battle as well, that'll be cool. They are sort of waiting in the background. Enemies trying to boost themselves up a little bit. That's annoying because I don't really have access to any spells this time. It's alright, but just regenerating. Look, just tank it out for a few seconds. Tank it out. They're just a foe that doesn't like to die, that's all. They're the enemy who doesn't go away. Alright, Rat Ogres, who are already low on numbers. I think we've been sniped, haven't we? Start making your way in. I'm going to bring the Doom Wheel and Hell Pit soon, as well as the rest of the Storm Vermin. We control more or less all the towers now, so we should be able to start moving in. So, right, start bringing in the last of the Storm Vermin. Hell Pit, you start making your way towards the battlefield as well. The Exiles and Nehek still hold this tower, however, which is a bit of a niggle for us, but it's all right. We'll get hold of it soon, though. That sandstorm isn't doing any good. So Warp Fire throws, try not to get sucked up by that one. In fact, you know what? Warp Fire, sneak. Ah, we can't get these guys up, can we? I was going to say, these guys won't go up. I was going to say, sneak up and then we'll do something. Okay, so Clan Rats, make some room. I'm going to bring the Rat Ogres in. They're going to try and unblock this area. So Rat Ogres, get in, hit hard. You know what you're doing. Some of my Clan Rats are already beginning to flee though. Predictable. Really fucking predictable, if I'm honest. There's the enemy lord, by the way, on his skeleton horse. Why aren't there camels in this game? Did camels not exist in Warhammer lands? Not that I'm complaining, but hey, I like a camel. Big old grumpy bastard. Right. Storm Vermin, where are we at? We want you in here. Rat Ogres are doing everything they can. Tomb Kings have just now popped their third and last regeneration spell, so we're going to have to tank it out one more time, but basically we now know that they are going to be okay. However, they have just... Oh, clever, aren't you? Spawning them behind me. Storm Vermin, get in there and stop them from doing that shit. May have lost our warp fire, but it's alright. They're surrounded and your Shabti aren't going to last. Right. Clan Rat Spears, you need to be in that city, trying to clear the way. Stormvermin are a bit tied up right now. Help it. You know what? You might be able to help as well. So get in there and see what you can punch up. Doom Wheel. Be ready to start causing some lovely chaos. An enemy unit has been wiped out by, well, at least one of my units has been wiped out. Yeah, I've lost my warp fire. That's a shame. Luckily, the Bashti aren't doing too well. And this guy, he's going to just basically walk in, grab what he wants, and he's going to punch the ever-loving shit out of it. So, get in there and just do what you want to do. I mean, there we go. Knocked him right back. But he did manage to make it back on his feet. It's alright. They get knocked down, they get back up again, but it's alright, because we'll knock him back down again. Right. You down. What else have we got going on up here? Still got a few skeleton warriors and skeleton spears to deal with. Luckily, Tetch is trying to help. Keep my men's leadership up, you, or my rats. Keep my ratlings up to scratch, please. Luckily, the enemy is crumbling. They are set to take that attritional damage. These storm vermin aren't doing too well, you know, they're just saying, what orders? Well, you know what your orders are, they're kill! Just get killing, right. You lot, what we doing? Trying to take control of this area. It's got some skeleton spears fighting back against us. There's a skeleton horsemen. They are routing. They are going to break up and they are going to blow up on us. That's alright. Alright, by the way, my rats ran away and then they came back. And now we can basically go ninja capture. Go for the ninja capture. But there is a unit carryings waiting there for us. Right, you know what? Don't ninja capture, but then again, they're going to rout anyway, so it doesn't matter. Try and get in the back, though. Try and get in the back. Some of our clan rats are now trying to take control of the area, but try and get in the back of the enemy. Or even better yet, see if you can bring down the Hierophant. He needs to go down. Meanwhile, what we've got over here? We've got plenty of skeleton spears. Hierophant's probably just going to live against this one, but any damage we can do against him, because, I mean, what we learnt from our battle was he's a bit fragile, like Tomb Kings are, because, you know, it is still a dead body, just held together by a bit of magic. Right, you, what are we up to? Verminous Valor, just blow him up. There we go. That knocked him down a little bit, and he could just run away and recuperate for a few seconds, not that he really needed to. He's still pretty much on top of his game right now. Right, Doom Wheel. I want you in the city now. Get in there. Storm Vermin and everyone else, get in. We're going to start taking control of the streets. We can surround the Hierophant with all these Storm Vermin with halberds. We should be able to bring him down once and for all. Because we're taking too long to control these walls, and these Storm Vermin aren't lasting forever. They are ferocious fighters, but some of them are beginning to retreat. Luckily, these guys are still taking massive attritional damage. Come on. Their bindings are critical. Make their binding none. Get rid of their binding. Make sure they all go down. Because the Hierophant's coming now. Doom Wheel's doing everything it can. It's just farting out a load of Doom Wheel stuff. Clan Rat Spears. Try and get in the back of the enemy. Right. You. Where do I want you? Get in the back of those enemies. Go on. Get a nice fast charge. We'll bring him down. Hell Pit Abomination. He's in his prime right now. He's just got lots of units to kill. I know there may be anti-large skeleton spears, but to be honest, it's not exactly enough to bring this guy down. It's enough really for him to just basically say, oh, well, I will just eat this guy, this guy, this guy. Oh, wait, skeletons don't make good eating. That's the flaw in our plan, Skaven. We shouldn't have taken a town full of skeletons, because it's just bones with no meat for us to eat. Either way, victory now lies within our grasp. We might just pull through on this one. Tomb Kings are beginning to fail, which is somewhat embarrassing for Tomb Kings. They're losing to Skaven. Let's just put this in slow motion just for a little bit, just so we can watch ourselves take some areas. As you can see, our Skaven are doing everything they can. This guy is just beating the ever-loving shit out of a wall now, because I guess that's his thing. Anything going on up here? Well, we lost control of the walls up here because our guys retreated. Still got plenty of skeletons just trying to take the area. Clan Rats are doing everything they can, or at least Storm Vermin are, because I don't get my vocabulary right ever. But these guys are now just breaking up in general. Someone's rallying. Got some of our Storm Vermin ran off over here. Right, you lot, get over there and see what you can do. Let's try and do what we can to try and keep hold of this area. Right, how's this guy holding up? Big fella. Looks like he's holding up alright. These guys now are just crumbling. By the way, their lord died. Yeah, the Hierophant just realised what happens when you get on the wrong side of a Hell Pit Abomination. You get crushed and eaten. He's probably the only guy who actually had a bit of meat on him. Doomwheel is having some fun just ramming into skeleton spears, but movement just is what makes this guy better, so let's just get moving. Start ploughing through the enemy to start, you know, breaking them up. There's storm vermin here. These are probably the bravest storm vermin of a lot, actually. Oh dear, they broke up. Ah, the entire unit crumbled. Right. That must mean there isn't a lot. Oh, wait, they all actually just blew up at once. Oh well. The enemy randomly blew up and then Clan Richter moves into its new little hovel. It may be a bit warm and it's just full of bones, which don't really make good eating, but hey, new hovel. Either way, apparently this was a Pyrrhic victory. I won't say this was the most Pyrrhic of victories. I think I still had a lot of men left. At least more than I did on my last battles today, but yeah, looks like the Tomb Kings have a bit of trouble holding a city against a Skaven, or I'm just smart now. Either way, that is where I'll call it a battle, and that's actually where I'm going to call it an episode. So, those were my first impressions on the Tomb Kings, how they play in battle and what they can do, and what do I think of them? Well, I think they're alright. I think they've got some nice balances, some nice stuff. The Hero Titan, that's a bloody great unit. Scorpion, yeah, he's a cool dude. Infantry, yeah, we've got decent infantry. Archers, yeah, they're alright, I guess. Cavalry, to be honest, let's face it, the cavalry that we fought in this battle was nothing special. And chariots, I think if you're a really good micromanager, I think they'll be lethal, but I'm not a good micromanager, so yeah, it's not my kind of thing. Warrior, you know, but yeah, I think they're good. I think really, I mean, I haven't really given them the best light because I haven't really given a lot of I haven't really done the best battles I can today, but I think I'm just a bit out of practice with Warhammer. But yeah, they did lose to Skaven somehow, but yeah, this guy, good legendary lord, and to be honest, Skaven probably remains the only faction I'm good at in this game, so take that with a grain of salt in terms of my playstyle if Skaven's the only faction I can win as. But yeah, that's the Tomb Kings. Honestly, I think they're worth the money I've paid. Loads of cool new maps, loads of cool new units, cool new campaign. I don't know because I'm not playing it yet, but one day I will. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed this little first look at Tomb Kings, and I will see you later, my friends. Have a lovely evening.